Hello and welcome, fellow bookworms and film fans. Welcome to this week's episode of The Contented Narrative. We will be looking at The Mad Woman's Ball by Victoria Maz. Now, this was a book club read, and it was recommended to me by someone in the book club. And essentially, it follows. It's set in France, way back when, and it's sort of set in an asylum, a women's asylum. And you've got your main protagonist, and she can see ghosts. Simple as. There's no sort of like, oh, I see dead people and they want to murder me. She can just see them. They kind of import what they want to pass along, and that's what she can do. So it starts off with her finding this ancient this bit of jewelry that her grandmother had lost, and saying, "Oh, granddad told me," and then her grandma turns her in to her dad, and her dad has her sectioned because believes that it's she's hysterical, she's crazy. And in the asylum, she then tries to basically persuade the matron that she's not crazy, she can see ghosts, and please get her out of here. And her brother, kind of is trying to convince the matron as well towards the end. I'm not going to tell you how it ends. Now, this book made me so mad. Now, the reason it made me so mad is because a lot of the women that are in this asylum were put in this asylum because they spoke out against their husbands, because they didn't agree with what other people were saying, because they wanted to earn money on their own, because because it was showing independent thought and it was hysteria. And it makes me so annoyed that literally you could just go away and go, do you know what, she's crazy, hysteria, women's problems, it's fine, and sign them away to an asylum for the rest of their lives. Like, what the hell? And some of the characters are actually based on real people as well that were actually committed to the asylums. And you've got this doctor that's trying to cure these women by I don't even know how he's trying to cure, like electric therapy and stuff. And it's just it annoys me because you still see instances of this where a woman goes, oh well, no, that's not, that's not how it should be done. Oh, she's just hysterical. Oh right, well, you get annoyed or whatever. Hormones, her time of the month. It's almost like nothing is. I mean, obviously you can't sign people up to an asylum nowadays just at the drop of a hat. You kind of got to prove it, but it's just kind of going, a lot of what could have been avoided if you'd understood women better. But anyway, that's me on a completely different rant. And it just, when I was reading it, and like every time someone got signed up for one, like signed over to the asylum by their husbands or their dads or whatever, and I'm just like, absolutely not. Because there's one bit, and this is not spoiling the story, but there's one bit that someone goes off and asks for help and goes, oh, well, this is the situation that's going on, and I kind of believe that this is the situation that's going on. And the dad turns around and goes, you got to be careful with what you're saying. You sound like you're one of the inmates, and if you're not careful, we're gonna sign you. Like, I'm gonna get you committed. And I'm like, what? She didn't even like. But yeah. But I would recommend this book. It's a very short and sweet book. I got it done in a couple of hours. It really wasn't a long book. It was a couple of 100 pages, and I'd say it was probably a 3 out of 5. And again, it's not because it was particularly a bad book. I probably wouldn't reread it. It did just, it really hit a nerve. So I think maybe, that's why I've given it its rating. But I would say if you can, get it on Kindle, library, buy it, whatever works for you. But I would say give it a go, because The Mad Woman's Ball, it is well written, and you do come to care for the characters. At least I hope you do, and I hope you feel my aversion to the people that got signed over to the asylum. But again, if you agree or disagree with anything that I say, please leave it below in the comments. Obviously, if there's any books you'd like me to recommend and I can give them a go, please again leave below in the comments. I hope you're enjoying all of the narratives that I'm giving you guys. Thank you for all your continued support, and remember to always keep it contento.